Mark S. Lee of the Lee Group with me on WXYZ.com talking about his small business workshop that's coming up in just a couple of weeks here in the Metro Detroit region in Tech Town. So we'll do that. Mark, I run into more people and they all say, I've got a dream, I want to start this business or that business. But getting started is always the tough part. What are some of the common mistakes people make when they start a small business? And we want people to do it. You know, we're always encouraging them to get out here. The small business is the backbone of our society.
Yeah, I think the biggest or the most common mistakes are twofold. One is they really don't have the capital to start the business. They have some savings, they think they have a retirement account. You really don't want to tap into that when you start a business. And the second biggest challenge is they don't have a plan. We have the idea.
Got to have a business plan.
Got to have a business plan. So I've run into so many people as you do who stop me constantly and say, I got this great idea, should I just do it? And I say, no, one, you need to make sure that you have your resources in place. And number two, you need to have a plan. You have to learn to execute against the plan. Write the plan down. Just don't keep it up in your brain, but make sure you write it down and present it to people appropriately as well.
You've been doing the small business workshop for 5 years now. What are some things that you can remember from perhaps some of the previous ones that have really stuck in your mind as wonderful success stories? And if you do things like this person or that person, then you're going to be really successful one day.
Carlo Walker Miller. Walker Energy Services, and I've known Carlo for a long time. In fact, I used to do business with her 10 years ago, and she was one of my clients, and she was struggling. And to watch her grow and progress to have a successful business, and one of the years she was our keynote speaker, and she told her story. She told the story about how she was very close to basically closing down. I mean, she was losing money, she was letting people go.
And she's an expert in energy services, engineer by profession.
That's correct.
Spent time in the corporate world, now has her own company. Matter of fact, is getting ready to open up a brand new building down in the Midtown area, and is doing big contracts now.
And she's doing big contracts, and you know why? She took the perspective where she had to learn to listen. Yeah. And she got great advice, great counsel. She started going to programs like the workshop. She started working with other people, essentially to kind of get that path on the right, to get her business on the right path. And so Carla, I'm so proud of her because now she continues to grow. And to your point, she's making some big things happen here in Detroit, and she's been recognized in Washington, D.C. at the White House and other places across the country. It's one of the highlights of the workshop.
And she's a wonderful role model, African-American female in a business that has been really male-dominated for a long time, and that people of color have not done that well in just because they haven't had access to it. So she's broken all of the glass ceilings in that respect.
And she has broken the glass ceilings, but she's also hired people. And to your point earlier when you said that small businesses are the backbone of our economy, they are. And you look at over a 10-year period, small businesses have generated 60 to 70% of the net new jobs in the country. So you look at a person like Carla Walker Miller, she continues to demonstrate the economic power, if done correctly, of small business development and entrepreneurship.
Sure. Every year you do this, I imagine the real challenge is to make sure that each year is a little different, so that people will keep wanting to come back and you'll have repeat performance. I know you got to get past this year, but is there sort of a dream that you have in your mind for what I would like to do maybe in year number 7 or year number 8 or maybe even year number 10 as you grow this workshop?
I would love to continue to reach out to the millennial population. And we're starting to do that this year, for example, with Tommy Walker Jr., right? Again, the founder of Detroit versus Everybody.
Young guy, how old is he about?
He's 30.
30.
He's 30.
Yeah. Just a baby.
Just a baby. But I think as Detroit continues its revitalization, and the next generation is going to be taking over. And I would love to see our workshop continue to expand into the younger demographics, get younger speakers, continue to reach out to the universities as well, get them engaged. I'm pleased to say this year we've got 2 or 3 universities already engaged. And I would love to continue to expand that to other universities across Metro Detroit, as well as other businesses across Detroit, including downtown, but also throughout the neighborhoods in the metropolitan area.
Okay, final question. If people want to get more information about this year or just get involved, get more information about small business, how to get their start or how to grow a business that they've already started, what website they can go to?
And for this particular workshop, they can go to leadgroupinnovation.com. That's leadgroupinnovation.com. We have an early bird registration special, $65 until April 19th. After that, the price goes up to $75. In terms of getting more information about starting a business, there are many incubator programs, accelerator programs here in Detroit. I always tell people to Google accelerator or incubator programs, Detroit, how to start a business. You get a plethora of resources that will pop up.
All right. Mark Lee, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate
Always
it.
good seeing you. Good advice. And if you got an idea, you've got a dream, follow it. I'm Chuck Stokes at WXYZ.com. Have a great day.